Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
A Cradle Mountain tourism destination has been dealt a serious Boxing Day blow with a fire taking hold early this morning. The wilderness village sustaining at least $80,000 damage to its kitchen, but staff remain optimistic in the aftermath of the blaze.
It's the nightmare after Christmas for the Cradle Mountain wilderness village following a Boxing Day blaze.
It just looks bad in there. It's all dark and charcoaly, where it's usually white, crisp and spotlessly clean and polished. So it's pretty heartbreaking.
The fire was contained to the kitchen area in Hellier's restaurant, tearing through around 2:15 this morning, leaving the floors soaked in soot, turning the white walls to black.
Luckily we had some guests that gave us great support, rang AAA very quickly, gave the local fireys a really good chance to help us out.
They said they could smell some smoke, so they went outside to have a look, could hear a fire alarm sounding, and he investigated and saw in the restaurant just a light film of smoke.
Remnants of a busy Christmas day remain in the rubble, with the kitchen serving lunch to around 50 guests yesterday.
The cooking area of the kitchen's been extensively damaged. We're thinking at this stage, and it's only an estimate, but we're looking at about $80,000 damage. That could obviously increase as they do some further investigations. Investigations
are continuing, but the fire has been deemed accidental.
They were very lucky they didn't lose the whole building. It was a very slow burning fire to start with, which has probably helped.
3 fire crews from Claude Road, Wilmont and Sheffield arrived an hour after receiving the call for help, playing a crucial role in saving the structure. Hellier's restaurant is expected to be closed for months as the clean-up gets underway. Despite the devastating destruction on Boxing Day, staff are seeing the light at the end of a dark tunnel.
I think there's always hope. This is a small fire in a small little part of Tassie, but at the end of the day we're all safe, so hope's pretty easy to find.
And they're hopeful visitors will continue to support the tourist destination, with the wilderness village still open for business. McKenna Bailey, 7 Tasmania News.
Residents in Longford woke up this morning to no running water, putting a dampener on Boxing Day. With hot temperatures expected in the next few days, Taswater is hoping to fix the issue tonight.
A major headache for thousands of Longford residents. The whole town out of water on a day where temperatures reached 30 degrees.
Well, it is a great inconvenience for, I would say, most of the town, because they just woke up this morning, no water.
There was an initial outage reported on Christmas Day at 5 p.m, affecting 25 properties at Union Street and surrounding areas due to a burst water main. But that was restored at 8:30 p.m. However, the problem was reported again, this time affecting the entire township.
There was a message to say that would be repaired overnight. I don't know what happened with that repair. I think they did do a repair, but it has since given way again.
Everything you go to do, you need water. You know, you just don't realise it's like having no power. I got up this morning and, none. Bit of a shock.
Councillor Matthew Brooks lending a hand to those needing water at a collection point on Wellington Street.
It's not easy. I'm on holidays myself, but I've owed it to the community to come down here, and I'm just after some water just like every other member of the community.
Residents coming together and helping each other to gather the precious resource. A Taswater spokesperson says they're aware of the incident affecting the water supply in Longford, adding they are endeavouring to complete the urgent work overnight, thanking residents for their patience while they complete the repairs.
It's no one's fault. We're not pointing the finger at anybody. These things happen, and it couldn't happen at a worse time. So let's just hope they get it fixed for us.
Residents who need further assistance can call 136992. Mark Zeta, 7 Tasmania News.
Several Berrydale residents' Christmas morning was disturbed by an alleged Molotov cocktail attack. Police were called to 2 separate incidents on Moroney Road at 2 and 4:30 a.m, where they say parked cars had been targeted. No people were harmed and the 4 vehicles suffered only minor damage, but a 58-year-old New Norfolk man was arrested and charged with unlawfully setting fire to property. He appeared in the Hobart Magistrates Court today. Nearly $10,000 has been raised for the victims of a Christmas Day house fire. A property at Lower Barrington was destroyed yesterday while the occupants were away at Christmas lunch, losing everything they had. A relative of the family of 8 started a GoFundMe yesterday, and it has already hit $9,000 after quickly surpassing its original goal. Bargain-hungry Tasmanians have spent the day getting more bang for their buck in the Boxing Day sales. It's the biggest trading day of the year, with retail experts forecasting a $23 billion nationwide spend.
It's a 4-letter word that gets the heart beating. Boxing Day bringing thousands of people into the city, ready to splash their Christmas cash.
Been to a few shops, spent about $300 so far.
He's actually buying presents for his girlfriend, so he's came with me for a girl's advice.
Everyone on the hunt for something different.
Just got some various socks, because I often wear shorts and I wear the socks with them, so I've got some parakeet socks, some shark socks.
Some PJs, some earrings.
But the bargains came at a price, with huge crowds testing the strength of many customers.
Bit packed. He's had to drag me out a couple of times.
We're in town with my wife and daughters, and they're busy shopping, and we're staying out of the way.
For others, it was no big deal.
Last year we were having a Boxing Day sale on Melbourne, and it was packed. In here you still can walk around, which is good.
The bonanza is an opportunity for retailers to clear out old stock and Christmas merchandise that didn't sell.
It's been unreal, the weather's turned it on and people are about, so Boxing Day for us has been huge so far. Just have a look, there's people everywhere. It's going to be a really, really big day.
Tasmanians are predicted to spend 7.4% more than last year, pumping nearly $500 million into the retail industry.
We expect this particular Boxing Day to be an all-time record, partly because of the last 3 years, our inability to be with family and friends and actually enjoy our summer holidays. And we're calling this freedom spending.
The workers who successfully managed the masses today now have a year to recover before doing it all again. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmanian foodies only have to endure one more sleep before the Taste of Summer festival springs to life. Organisers are now putting the finishing touches on what's lining up to be a delicious event with more than 80 stalls of fresh and local produce.
We've got a storeholder from the northwest who spends half his time with his partner's family in Oaxaca in Mexico, learning a lot about Mexican food, so I think that's going to be really exciting.
The gates open at 4 p.m. tomorrow, with Hobart's hot weather expected to attract large crowds hungry for fun. We thought today was warm. Sweltering conditions are set to hit parts of Tasmania tomorrow. High of 34 is forecast for Launceston, while Hobart is expected to reach 30. It will be cooler on the northwest coast with temperatures around the mid-20s. But the UV level across the state is predicted to reach extreme levels, so sun protection is recommended. Jackie will have more on the forecast later in the bulletin.
Tonight, the Jack Jumpers return to Hobart, where they'll take on the New Zealand Breakers. It'll be a tough battle. The Kiwi outfit is currently sitting second on the table. Leading up to Boxing Day, players shared their favourite Christmas traditions.
Presents as soon as you wake up.
Opening presents.
Putting up the tree, just opening gifts with the kids.
The bonbon things, the pull-apart things, yeah. Always, yeah, kill them.
One that I don't really know if it's something of a tradition or it's turned into a tradition. Every Christmas Eve, I watch Love Actually.
There will be no love lost, though, between the sides. It's their first meeting since the infamous clapper throwing incident at the Silverdome. Will McDowell-White is out for the Breakers due to a finger injury. Alex McNaught will come in. Tip-off at Myer State Bank Arena is 7:30. That's it for sport, Kim.
OK, Tom, I've got a couple of questions for you. Too early for Easter buns or not?
I like Easter buns. I used to work at Bakers Delight, so yes, get around them.
Can do that. Little plug there.
Yeah.
Secondly, how many runs Dave Warner in the Boxing Day test?
I'd love to see Warner get a centre. I think that'd just be fantastic, wouldn't it, Kim?
Beautiful. Thanks very much, Tom.
Good evening. Mostly sunny across the state today with some early fog in the north. 31 was the state's top in Launceston, Devonport 23, 22 in Burnie and 21 in Hobart. 24 across Low Head and Friendly Beaches, Strawn 25 and 27 in Flinders Island. On the close-up, clear skies across the north and partly cloudy skies elsewhere. Looking further out, afternoon cloud developed over most inland parts of the mainland and coastal Victoria. Hot and partly cloudy skies tomorrow for Tasmania with possible morning fog about the northeast and northwest coasts. North to northeasterly winds tomorrow 10 to 15 knots, reaching 30 knots about the east. Swells up to 3 metres in the west and south and below 1 metre in the north. A strong wind warning is current for the west coast, Flinders Island and east coast. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart and Tarraleah mostly sunny, Adventure Bay 25. In the north 34 in Launceston, Devonport and Bridport mostly sunny. Burnie and Strawn tomorrow mostly sunny, Marrawar 26. St Helens partly cloudy, 28 in Swansea and cloud clearing in Whitemark. The UV forecast is extreme 12s across the state. Looking ahead to Wednesday, showers extending statewide with possible thunderstorms about the northwest and central north. Thursday, fine with southwest to southeasterly winds. And Friday, showers about the north extending statewide. Capital cities 27 and mostly sunny in Perth tomorrow, 40 in Adelaide and a shower or two in Alice Springs. And currently Hobart 21 and partly cloudy, Launceston 28 and Devonport 21 and sunny. And it looks like it'll be a hot day across the state tomorrow, Kim. A timely reminder to slip, slop, slap and keep hydrated.
It is good advice. Thank you, Jackie. That is all your news for this Boxing Day 2022. Have a great night. The BBL is coming up. Thanks for joining us. Good night.